Yeah, I figured having a little bit, I felt like we would look a little squished on the bench.
Yeah.
Everyone, it's Everett here with the Purify Coffee Roasters YouTube channel. We're glad that you're back as we wrap up our Rise series. We're going to take this time to say please like and subscribe to the video and to our channel. We really appreciate the engagement. It helps us know that one, this is getting out there and we're making an impact, and two, is building community, which is what we really care about. The comment sections are open. As always, please say things that you have questions about or things that you're interested in. We do hope to respond and to look into that to see what we can provide you in the future. As I said, we're wrapping up the Arise series, so Chris and I are here to kind of talk through how we decided on the profile for the Arise blend and how each piece of that is kind of fitting into there. So I guess I'll start with a question for Chris, and that is why the profile that Arise has, the floral, fruity, sweet and smooth, why was that picked? And how does that play a part in what we're doing here at Purify?
Well, although we don't try to exclude anybody that enjoys coffee and their preferred tasting that they desire out of a cup of coffee, us, this is kind of a representation of kind of what we deem as tasty. Not saying your cup or what you desire isn't, but we, starting with me, but I really enjoy a fruity and floral and sweet cup of coffee. So a lot of breakfast blends are kind of medium or darker. We chose our breakfast blend, which we call Arise, to have more of a fruity floral, sweet and smooth. And so I knew I was running a risk of throwing the fruity in there because our target audience, for the most part, are those who are just venturing into specialty coffee. But we wanted to create a stellar blend that had the interesting capabilities of catching the attention of those who are already enveloped in specialty, but at the same time, perk the interest of those who are coming over from, the canned coffee.
Okay. So floral, fruity, sweet, smooth.
Yeah.
Let's start off. So this is a tri-blend coffee, which means that there are 3 different single origin coffees that are put together for this blend. Let's talk about the profile of the first one, which is, for those of y'all who don't know, or maybe none of us know, we take the flavor wheel, or we took the flavor wheel and we kind of section it off into profiles as far as notes and tastes and smells, alongside with body textures and clarity and structure and different sensory descriptors such as those. And we section them off into 6 to 7, if we include the decaf as one, different profiles. And so the main profiles for Arise around the wheel is 1, 2, and 3 or 4. It depends on how we count those. So section 1 is kind of our more floral, delicate, soft profile, currently held up by the Guji Sebel. Out of Ethiopia. Why is that floral section important? Because I know that a lot of people are kind of unsure about that. That seems to be a little bit more resisted among, I guess, more normal coffee drinkers rather than specialty.
Well, I think that if it's called special, there should be something a little bit different about it. Specialty coffee, and Ethiopia has these natural varietals that are grown just naturally there that you can't find anywhere else, and they also have these natural characteristics that are very hard to find in other places. So I just thought it would be a good plus to add to this profile, that floral aspect, because people are kind of scared, you're right, of the floralness, but if we could put it together with a couple other things, I'm sure it would be pleasant.
And I noticed that typically, because the Guji Sebel hasn't been that coffee forever in that section, but I have noticed that, I guess typically Ethiopian coffee does tend to be more floral, or a lot of them do have have that floralness that we are seeking, but also I think you've explained it to me before that the fact that it's from Ethiopia helps us further tie in with the work of Arise Global.
Correct.
And what they're doing. So that's really special.
This Arise series. It's all good. Just saying hence this Arise series. And we always kind of want to keep something tied in to the organization that we support. But yeah, you had it dead on.
Perfect. So we'll start walking in this profile 2, which I think is your preferred coffee profile overall when it comes to single origins and whatnot. So I'll let you kind of take the reins on this one.
Yeah, definitely. This coffee is an outstanding coffee. It's the Finca Villa Inés currently. But he's mentioning these sections, which as we move forward, we're going to create a little more information. So be on the lookout for that. That kind of breaks down those sections. We're a company that's steadily evolving and making adjustments to be able to communicate best with our customer and create experience and relationship. But the Finca Villa Inés is a fully natural coffee that we've been sourcing for a little over 2 years. And basically what we want in that section 2 is a straight up fruit bomb. We want a coffee that's heavy in fruit. And the way we like to source, I like to source our fruit bomb is not too high in acidity, right? So it's fruity, sweet, big body. And so that's what we found in the Finca Villa Inés, fully natural from Colombia. Worked very hard to get this one, and I think we're on our 3rd harvest with this one. But yeah, the Finca Villa Inés. And typically we plan on staying there because we're committed. But things happen. This is a harvested crop, and situations happen. So typically a fully natural, maybe a honey process is going to slide into that position.
Okay, cool. And then we'll kind of wrap it up as far as talking through all of these things with profile. I think it's profile 4. I'm gonna go off and make an executive decision. Section 4 for us kind of starts in the dried fruit section. If you're able to look at a wheel, maybe I'll remember to add one post-production.
I'm
so I'm
resisting from grabbing this and like putting it in front of the camera.
Yeah.
We'll hold on.
Yeah, maybe I'll find one. But so there's a fruit section, and it goes from dried fruit here all the way to at the end of sweet and sugary. That's kind of its reign. For those of you who are attempting to guess what coffee that is our Golden River. It's been a staple for as long as I've been around. We have seen some changes, upgraded to a higher, I guess, caliber of coffee as far as coffee grading goes, but it's still the same farm, same people, which has been really great. And that's been kind of one of our staples. So that coffee usually have a syrupy body. The dried fruit has a nice sweetness to it, so it's not too much of a punch, maybe a little bit of acidity to bring some interest in there. Most of that chocolate base just to kind of fill out what most people expect or learn to expect in cups of coffee just in general, like that chocolate or the nutty. And so that kind of comes in. How does that play a part within the Arise blend, though?
How did you say syrupy? How you say it?
Syrupy body?
I thought you said syrupy. You and Joe, and I was like syrupy.
I might have said it that way.
But yeah, so we wanted to add that aspect that would help maybe dial down those fruit and floral notes that are coming in the first 2, but still not compromise on the specialty of it. You know, blends are frowned upon a lot for the purists out there, and I'm guilty. I'm a purist too. But it's good that you know what's in this blend, right? Because then you can say, oh, I like that coffee. Let me try it in here. But back to your question. Yeah, the purpose of this coffee was to add a nice syrupy body, because a lot of times with the Ethiopian, you're going to lose some of the body. If we're trying to make this a blend that people enjoy for a breakfast blend, I believe it needs to have a little bit of a depth to it. So you get that with the chocolate and the syrupiness. Still has that nice dried fruit in there, like golden raisin, some dried berries in there sometimes, and which once again changes with the harvest and how much rainfall they got, how long did it actually take to dry. There's different how did transfer affect the cup. But yeah, once again, and I'm proud to say that like most of the coffees except for the Ethiopian, even though we've had a long-standing relationship with Catalyst, this coffee we've been sourcing for a long time too. I would say 4 or 5 harvests, which is about 3 years, because sometimes they have 2 to 3 harvests in Colombia. But yeah.
That's cool. Anything else that we feel like we need to talk about to fulfill the idea of the Rise blend as far as a profile?
I would just say that if you haven't tried it, because it's a blend, I really challenge you to try it. It has been used on espresso for those who enjoy a fruity, smooth, and sweet with some floral aspects, and maybe Americano or just a straight up double shot. It's great on pour over. It's great on French press. It's just an all around great cup that, depending on if you do a quick extraction or a slower extraction, you may heighten more of the floral and fruits, or you may get some of those dry fruits and syrupy and chocolate bodies. So all I would say is that if you enjoy our Golden River, if you enjoy our Sebel Ethiopia fully washed, or if you enjoy the Finca Vijay Ines, which is a fully natural Colombian, this is like a trifecta. 3 great coffees all in one. Yeah.
Cool. All right, so that's basically it for the Rise series. We're closing up. So again, we're gonna wrap up the way that we've continued to wrap up, and probably wrap up the way that we'll always wrap up until we learn to do it better. Is please like, subscribe to the channel. Again, the engagement really helps us kind of gauge where this is going and how we can help serve you. Comment section, please. This may or may not be the last video of this year, just because birthday shirt. Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
This might be the last video of this year, so we are looking forward to the new year. Trying to think of new series to do, maybe more focused on different brewing methods or different just coffee Education.
Man, I'm really excited about this year coming up. Like, I really want to dial and jump into being able to be a source, whether you're an at-home drinker, whether you're a coffee shop that's looking for a coffee program that we can come in and serve alongside you, whether you're a school or you have a mobile event you want us to serve at. I really want to dial into more the education side of things, and we're excited about this year coming up, and also tying it in, of course, to the good things that we have going on in here as well.
Yeah. I think we've talked to some of our partners. I guess that's what we would call them, not clients, but partners, about they want to do a coffee cart, and we've done coffee carts a little bit. We're not experts, but we are a little further ahead than they are, and so we would like to show and be able to express that. So maybe there's a coffee cart series on the way. Who knows? So anything that you're wanting to learn, again, if you're just brewing at home and you're just a coffee drinker, or if you're a roaster to be, or any sort of coffee professional to be, and there's things that you've been looking for that maybe we can give at least a little bit of information, what we've learned we can share, or maybe there's stuff out there and you've seen it all, but like you just need a different perspective, and we'd be happy to share that with you. If you've been watching this video and you've been noticing not Chris's shirt, but my shirt
Check
here,
it out.
We would like to. Yeah, I'm gonna try and do this hopefully in a minute.
Changed by the flame. Turn a little bit this way. Changed by the flame. Hence the purification process. We believe that it transcends past it transcends into a lot of different areas, from coffee being undrinkable, and you put it in a hot roaster, it becomes enjoyable. We believe the same thing happens for people. Life has been tough. COVID has been one heck of a monster. You hear my little sniffles. I was worried I was COVID positive, but I took the test negative. And but it's just a scary time. But the flames of life, they can change you for the good. So we believe that. Like this channel, subscribe, share it. We got cooler content on the way. If you have an idea, please let us know.
Yeah. So shirts on the website. I'll put a link in the comment section for that. Follow us on Instagram. That's probably the most engageable way that we can get with you. If you have anything that you want to talk to us about, we're thankful for you. We love you guys. We'll see you next time.
All right. Bye.